Good morning and welcome to the Petitti Pro Garden Show. Thank you all for getting up early and being with us on this cool, crisp Saturday morning, the last Saturday of October. A lot of you are getting ready for all of your Halloween festivities, your trunk or treat parties at your churches that are going on tomorrow, and even some I think are going on tonight. So hopefully your little goblins are getting all ready for all of their goodies. And if you stop by the store today, we have organic treats for everyone. So please stop by, and I'm sure if you're in costume, we'll have something extra special for you. So we love to have all of you stop by. Well, we have a special guest on our show today. Again, we have Joe Hartzler. Welcome.
Thank you, Cindy, for having me.
Well, thank you so much. Just a couple weeks ago, I was out and took a plant tour, and there was farm tours. It was a wonderful day to get out and get to see everything that goes on at Hartzler's.
Yep.
It was a lot of fun, and so we're going to be talking with Joe about what is new and exciting at Hartzler's and what's coming up in 2017. So, as you know, this is our last show of the year. We won't be back on the air until April 1st, right around, it's the first Saturday of April. I'm not sure exactly what date that'll be, but right around the 1st of April, we'll be back with you. And so we're going to take our little winter hiatus. So we're going to try to squeeze a lot into the next 25 minutes and let you know what we have going on throughout the winter. So as of right now, most of you do know that we have our farmers markets that's starting up here the first Saturday of November. So 1 week from today, we will start the winter indoor farmers market. We do them in the greenhouse. We do them on the first and the third Saturday of every month, November through May. So we invite you, if you want to be a vendor, give us a call. And if you just want to shop, come on out to the store, or you can give us a call if you need information. So you can do that at 330-455-5997. You can stop at the store at 5828 Columbus Road, right there on the corner of Columbus Road and Broadway in Nimishillen Township. Or you can email me at Cindy Petitti, that's CindyPettitti@gmail.com, and we will get you all the information that you need about the farmers market. Well, we did have a couple questions that we wanted to answer and a few sales going on before we talk to Joe about everything that's going on at the Hartzler Family Dairy. So the first question was, should I start decorating for Christmas before Thanksgiving? Well, really, that is none of my business. You can decorate for Christmas as soon as you want to. I'm someone that celebrates Thanksgiving. So at the store, we usually don't put up a whole lot of Christmas decorations till after Thanksgiving. But why they asked this question was because they wanted to put up decorations and use things all from nature, and they were wondering if they would hold up. And so they wanted to use things like grasses and hydrangeas and cones and greens. And actually this past week I did a class in Jackson Township on this very thing. And so you can use those items, and a lot of them can be used in your Thanksgiving decorations, and then you can pull them out and then use them in your Christmas or holiday decorations at the same type of material, but using them over again in a different aspect. So if you are using fresh cut things like hydrangeas or lavender, even evergreens, there are some things that you should do, a process that's going to make them last a little bit longer. And so there's different products that are called moisture guards. Some are called wilt proof, wilt stop. And these products are an all natural product, but they lock in moisture into the plant. So if you are cutting greens now, your hollies, your boxwoods, your cypress, your hemlocks, any of those, and you want them to last for a long period of time, if you spray them with these natural materials, and they're an oil-based that helps lock in that moisture, they will last you a very long time. So you can use them for the holidays, from Thanksgiving all the way through New Year's, and they're going to last very well for you. These products also work very well if you have a live wreath hanging on your front door, even your Christmas trees. If you're one of those people that put your Christmas tree up over the Thanksgiving weekend and you want your live Christmas tree to last till New Year's, spraying these products on that tree is going to to help it last. You still want to make sure that you have a fresh cut on your tree when you get it, and also that you keep water in your container. Now, fresh cut, what we mean by that it has a fresh cut within the last 2 weeks. It doesn't have to be cut the second that you get it off of the lot. But you don't want a tree that is cut here in October and then it's shipped from North Carolina and then you put it up in your house Thanksgiving weekend. It is definitely going to be dry. So if you're buying your tree from a local independent garden center and they're cutting trees like we're cutting trees the Sunday before Thanksgiving, that's what we call a fresh cut tree. And those pores will all still be very open and be pulling the water and the moisture into that tree. So if you are getting a tree like that, you don't have to worry about an actual cut, a fresh cut the day you purchase the tree. But as long as it's been cut recently. So those are the things that you're going to be able to do. We do have some great sales going on at the store right now. Mums are on sale this week at $3.50 each, or 4 for $12. All of our Whitney Farm organic fertilizers, the 4-pound bags, are only $2.99. Remember, fall is a great time for fertilizing your trees and shrubs and your perennials and your bulbs. If you have bulbs that are in the ground now that you planted last year, or they were spring bulbs, or if you're planting new bulbs right now, this is the time that you want to get those bulb fertilizers down as well. And all of our landscape plants, trees, shrubs, and perennials are all 25% off this week, so you want to take advantage of that. It looks like the temperatures this coming week are going to be nice, wonderful planting weather, and so you can get all of your new shrubs in the ground and get them all fertilized at a great price. So we are going to start talking to Joe about everything that's going on at Hartzler's.
Okay.
And like I said, a couple weeks ago, they did a tour of the plant and the farms for all of us retailers. And that was wonderful. Thank you so much.
Well,
we had
thank you for
great
coming.
lunch.
Yes.
It was wonderful. We had chocolate milk, and you all know how I love the chocolate milk. We were just talking about that earlier this morning. I said, if I drink too much chocolate milk, I might get fat. And Joe said, Cindy, that fat is good for you.
Yes,
exactly.
It is.
So you know what, Joe? Let's start off with that.
Sure.
A lot of people have that thought in their mind. Well, I can't drink milk, especially whole milk, because there's all that fat, and it'll go, ladies, it's going to go right to my hips. I can't drink that milk. But let's talk about that. What is the difference between the fat that's in avocados and milk, that good fat, and the fat that's in those oils that we don't want?
Right. Well, the fat that's in naturally in these products, God made them for us to use.
Right.
And what is awesome is that is actually a fuel that our brains and our hearts use. So in order for those to operate at a high level, you have to have the right amount of really, really good fats, and,
right.
and that's what milk and avocados do.
Right, and just think what those two, the two organs that need that is our heart and our mind.
Yep.
Isn't that amazing?
That's amazing.
God
Yes.
is so
Yes.
good. God
Yes.
is so
Amen.
good. Yeah,
Amen.
It's just amazing. So, we do need those fats. So really, ladies, it's okay to drink all the Hartzler's chocolate milk you want.
Yes.
That's right. Drink it up. I was just saying, this past week we had such cool evenings.
Oh, yeah.
And so I had, my chocolate milk there, and I'm like, there is no better hot
Yes.
chocolate.
I would agree.
It's amazing. Just pour some in a pan,
Right,
heat it
right.
up,
Yep,
because
yep.
I don't use a microwave. I don't want to
No,
kill off
I
any
agree.
of that
I
good stuff,
agree.
in
Yeah.
there. And so, oh my goodness, sipping on that while I was watching the World Series,
Yeah, boy.
it was amazing. I'm like, oh, this is so good. It was keeping me warm. It was.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm one of those people. I don't turn my heat on until November 1st.
I'm
don't
right there with
care
you.
how cold it is. My house was 57 one night, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I should turn my heat on. I'm like, no,
you sleep better.
That's right. So I got my hot chocolate, sipping on that, had a blanket, watching the World Series. I was set.
Yes,
So, and then you
yes.
start, you're getting all excited and you're up standing and yelling and screaming at the TV anyhow. So,
A lot of fun.
exactly. So we have some new things coming up at
Yes.
Hartzler's. The biggest thing
Right.
is the project, non-GMO Project Verified.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we did with that farm tour. We brought our retailers in to make that announcement because it's a big deal. We're the
It is.
only dairy in Ohio that's verified non-GMO. And, and the thing about it is, we didn't have to change anything with what we're doing. We slid right into it. Now, the qualifier here is how rigorous this testing is. This is unlike anything you do for organic. This is actually scientifically based testing that you go in and test everything that you feed. So at Hartzler's, not only do we have now the non-GMO verified label, but we farm with the organic principles. So we have both. And we're really excited because when we did this testing and all the testing came back and we got verified actually in August, we didn't have to have the farmers change anything.
See, isn't that great? They just had to see the documentation.
Yes.
But you didn't have to change one thing.
Right,
so you have always been, verified, really. You didn't have them saying it. So, what a blessing.
Yes,
what a blessing that is.
Well, it just shows goes to show what our values are and what we want to do on the farm.
That's right.
And so, now this is the path that we're going down.
Right.
And so all 4 of our milks are non-GMO verified.
Right. And labeling is coming because that's very, very expensive.
Well, not only is it expensive, in our situation with the glass bottles, it's very unhandy. We're basically going to go and start with new bottles. And every time we order new bottles, it will have it will have the label on.
Right.
So, but I think in the meantime, we're probably going to put shelf talkers and give out things for the retailers to advertise that we are not.
Right, and we got a little like a little sticker sort of, and we have taped that to our sign that's above our cooler, so that because we always had your pledge. Your non-GMO organic pledge, above our cooler at our store. So now we've taped that, verified, that non-GMO project verified to it so everyone can see it. And actually there's been a lot of talk about it.
Yeah. I mean, and differentiated here is the difference between, organic is not non-GMO verified. Right. They aren't going through those testing. So this actually, expands our market and gives us a new kind of a face out there in the market.
Exactly. And there's a couple new products going to be coming out, and we want to talk about those new products.
Sure. Well, to start off with, I do want to say next week our eggnog will be going into the stores.
Exactly. And we will have it on Thursday is when our delivery is. So if you want that eggnog, you better be there on Friday.
Yes.
Because it goes fast.
It does.
It goes so fast. It's just amazing. But it is. And I'm not saying this, Joe, just because you're here. Honestly, I'm really not. It is the best eggnog. And I make eggnog from scratch.
Yeah.
It is the best eggnog, hands down, and warm.
Yeah, there's nothing like it.
There's nothing like it.
Right.
I mean, you're having a bad day. Let me tell you. You have some of that eggnog, and things just turn around. It's heaven sent.
Well,
it is heaven sent.
It's quite remarkable. And what we have to do to get this in the store is that we actually, because it's in glass bottles, we have to order our bottles in July.
Right.
And our manufacturer has us scheduled so that we actually received them the beginning of this past week. So they've only been in our warehouse for about a week. And they're going to be filling them this weekend and then putting them into the stores. Right. And the other thing, too, is what we've done this year at our store. We've taken all of our vintage bottles that we have from the past, and we're filling them up to sell them at our store. So we're going to have dates anywhere from 2006, which was when we started dating the bottle, all the way through 2016.
Oh, well, I need a couple of those bottles because since I've been selling Hartzler's, which was 2012, I saved a bottle. Well, of course, because I had them myself, I've saved a bottle.
Oh, okay.
But I don't have those previous ones.
Okay, so this will be an opportunity for those that collect.
That collect those, right. Because we display them at our store, the eggnog bottles.
Right, awesome.
One from every year. So I'm going to have to come over and...
Well, I will qualify this. There's a limited amount of those. I was actually pulling them out of the warehouse yesterday, and it's going to be a grab bag because...
Because some years you had more, and some years you didn't hardly have any left,
we didn't have any left. Yep. So if that's of interest to anybody, that's what's coming up here shortly. But in 2017, we're going to be offering new products to the consumers. we're going to be at some point in time. We don't have a date for sure, but we're going to be doing half and half and strawberry milk again.
Oh. That's strawberry milk. Oh, my
Yes, I know.
word.
We've had a lot of requests for that.
Now, will that be a seasonal thing like it had been before?
Yes,
right?
It will be seasonal. And my guess is we're probably going to, with the goal in mind of probably April or May, probably through June or July, depending on when we can get everything lined up.
Exactly. And what kind of a container will that half and half be in?
A half and half will be in glass containers.
Half and half in glass.
Yes, and strawberry will be in kind of follow the same suit of the eggnog in the quart bottle.
In the quart bottles,
yes.
Right. So those will all be non-returnable.
Well, I'm not sure. We've probably the quarts will be. We may end up doing some in half and half. We're still up in the air about that, and those will be returnable bottles.
Oh,
if we do
great!
That.
Oh, good. I like the returnable bottles.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah.
But
there's something like it makes you feel vintage or something, doesn't it?
Right,
yeah,
right.
I know.
Well, with the eggnog and the strawberry milk, what we don't do with those is we don't take them back because we don't have a place to store them.
Oh.
And they're carried over from year to year,
right?
And it just creates
right. Yeah,
a chaos in our warehouse. So.
Right. Exactly. I can imagine. Yeah. When you only do the eggnog once a year, you know, a couple months out of the year.
Right.
Yeah, storing all of those bottles
for another
takes up a lot
10 months.
Right. Takes up a lot of space. I didn't even think about that.
So that's kind of why we went that direction. Now, again, that's two products. And, in 2017, at some point in time, I think we're going to be probably offering ice cream to the retail stores. So, okay, guys, I'll let you know as soon as that happens because I know several of our folks, not that they don't love to come to your store, but, it's a long drive. Yes.
And so it's like we make it an event, we're going to Hartzler's tonight and this is a great thing. But, not every night of the week can we in Canton run to Worcester for ice cream.
Right.
And so if they could have it once in a while at home, would just
that's a project we're working on, and again, we don't have dates in mind or anything like that.
Or flavors or anything like that, right?
Anything like that.
But vanilla, that's all we care about. Vanilla, we can put any topping on it we want. We want vanilla. We'll have some fruit and vanilla ice cream. Oh my goodness, it's amazing.
Well, it's it's really quite interesting too. When we started 20 years ago, we were actually 2 days from opening our store over in Worcester. And at that time, we had no ice cream recipe. And, you talk about how the Lord works. A man stopped, and he wanted to know what we were doing in this new building that he had been going past there a number of times. And he says, "Are you doing a dairy?" And we said, "Yeah." He said, "Do you know what kind of ice cream you're going to make?" And we said, "Well, we really don't have a recipe in his mind." He goes, "Well, can I help you?" He said, "I've won 2 national awards for my ice creams." He said, "I would love to sit down with you guys and come up with a ice cream mix that you can use for the base for your ice cream." And so he came out and spent 3 or 4 days with us, helping us put together the recipe for our ice cream mix.
Oh my goodness.
And it was just totally out of the blue. But one of the things that he told us, and it's been with me today, and he said the quality of ice cream you can only taste in your vanilla because you can hide nothing there.
Right.
And so we've taken that to heart, and that's been our motto, is that we want the best vanilla ice cream in the area.
And you have it.
We have
What a divine appointment.
Yes.
Wasn't that? Yes. That was just a divine appointment.
Yes, it
was.
And
God sent that man to you like,
And we have many stories like that, and that's why we're committed to this, to the Lord, that, he's blessed us, and we don't know why, other than our job is to bless other people and make impacts on their life.
And what a blessing that is to Christ.
Yes.
Amen. Yeah. So that is wonderful. I mean, God works in mysterious ways. What would be the likelihood of someone just driving by,
No, it's not.
stopping in and say, a lot of people will stop in and say, what are you guys doing? I've seen you been building, but have an ice cream recipe, and you guys need one.
Right.
You know? Yeah. That is absolutely amazing. So, anything else that you would like to share? I know that I didn't get to go on the farm tour because I had to get back to our store because everyone had to leave. But I know that the folks that I got to talk with were saying, the farms were amazing.
Yeah, and this time of year, the farmers are all really, really busy.
Oh, and
they're
trying to get those crops in. And
it's the fun time because you get to, the scripture talks about reaping your rewards or what you've sowed, and that's so true in the farming community today. They're out there seeing, the fruits of their labor, or the things that have kind of gone wrong, and they are looking and seeing how they can change it for next year.
Right.
But these the farms that ship to Hartzler Family Dairy, the guys are out in the field late at night if they have the weather, and they still got to do the milking of the cows, and they still have to do all their chores and everything else, plus all bringing all the harvest in.
Right. That's why you see farmers at this time of the year out in the fields at 10 o'clock at night with those lights on, and you're like, oh my gosh, they're still out there working. They must not got started early. No, it's because they had to. They started really early with the first milking.
Oh, yeah.
They worked all day. They had to stop to milk, the second milking, and then they're back out in the field again. So, and we want to thank all of those farmers for all that hard work, and all the truckers that truck all of that, grain and everything back to the farm, and to the mills that have to get to the mill, and because I really appreciate all of my cows. I don't have any fields of my own, so I go to the elevator and pick it all up, and it's very nice that they have it there for us to be able to do. So we're so excited about what's going on at Hartzler's, and so the store is open in the wintertime also.
Yes.
Not till like 10 o'clock at night like you are in the summer.
No, they close at 7 now.
At 7 o'clock now, right?
And, and again, that goes to the kind of the daylight, and when it gets dark, and retail kind of shuts down a little bit earlier.
Yep, it sure does.
And,
we notice the same thing.
That's why we do. But we're open, 6 days a week, and from I think it's 10 o'clock in the morning till 7 o'clock at night.
And you have a nice little deli.
Yes.
And they make some great sandwiches and soups, so you can go for lunch. Have a nice little dinner, have some ice cream. You can buy all of the products there, the milk, the butter, and you can buy ice cream now and take some home.
Right.
So,
and we'll always have eggnog. So if anybody runs out anywhere else, we pretty much have it on hand there at all times.
Right.
We've got people that take the eggnog, and they will give it out as gifts.
Right.
And so we'll have people come in and buy a box, which is 12 bottles of eggnog, and then they'll hand that out as gifts.
Exactly. Yeah, I gave it as gifts before myself because I'm like, you have to try this.
Right.
You have to try this.
You like eggnog.
Yeah,
and there's people that you either like it or you don't.
That's true. That's very true. Right.
But it's a wonderful drink for this time of year.
It
Absolutely.
is hot or cold.
And I'll also give you a little bit of a tip here on eggnog if you want it year round. And that is, you buy Hartzler's eggnog, and you take about 3 or 4 inches out of the neck of it, and you freeze it. And that will you can open that up at any time and let it thaw out, and it will be just like we bottled it.
Really?
Yeah. Matter of fact, you can do that with any of our milks.
Right. I have frozen the milk before.
But you got to make sure you take some out because liquid expands.
Exactly.
And glass will not tolerate
that.
Right.
It definitely breaks. I've had bottles break when I didn't take enough out.
Right. Right. Uh-huh.
But yes, I have froze it and shipped it to my daughter when she was living far away.
Really?
And I wanted her to have Hartzler's milk. So I would take out of the whole milk, I would take out all of the cream and a little bit of the milk, dump it off, put it in the freezer, freeze it solid, pack it in a cooler, and ship it to her.
Yes, we do the same thing.
Yeah.
You can freeze our butter.
Oh, freeze the butter all the time.
Yep. And that will be just like you bought it.
Right.
I mean, it really does. Now, you can't do that with other milks.
No, you can't.
You absolutely cannot.
It's amazing.
It is absolutely.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for being with us.
Well,
Thanks
you,
for
Cindy.
sharing our last show of this season.
Yes.
And this will be great. And I'm sure that as soon as everything is released next year, I will be telling you about it right away. You can also find them on Facebook. Hartzler Family Dairy is on Facebook, and they have a website, so you can check them out there, and then also at the store. And if you have questions for me, you can call us at 330-455-5997. Stop in at the Garden Center at 5828 Columbus Road, right there on the corner of Columbus Road and Broadway in Nimishillen Township. And you can email me at any time, cindypetitti@gmail.com. Thank you all so much for being with us this year. We appreciate all of your prayers and you coming out to the farmers markets throughout the winter. And you all have a blessed winter, and I will talk to you in the spring.